Hi everybody, welcome to this week two module video. And in this week, we're going to be covering two sections, 1.3 and 2.1. So in this video, we're going to go over the assignments and resources and expectations from this week. So if you're watching this video, you are in the right place. You're in the week two module video. This is where I'll post this video once I'm done. So after that, we have this module overview and learning objectives page. So here are all the learning objectives we're going to learn from section 1.3 and section 2.1. And then here's a couple of the following assignments or resources you would like to use. So hopefully you're watching this video in the week two module video and watching the lecture videos for section 1.3 and 2.1 and the week two homework discussion and homework 2 involving 1.3 and 2.1 homework assignments out of the textbook and completing our first quiz. That's just about section 2.1, not 1.3. So just a couple quiz questions from section 2.1. Okay, so let's keep going through the module. And so we got a couple assignments for this week. So here's the homework two learning objectives. Okay, just the learning objectives from 1.3 and 2.1 that you would need to demonstrate on the homework assignments from sections 1.3 and 2.1. And so we have our second discussion, week two discussion. That would be due Monday the 9th, and your peer replies are due the 10th. Okay, so you need to post one problem from these selected homework problems from section 1.3 and 2.1. So you can only post 1, 3, and 7 from section 1.3 and only 9 and 11 from section 2.1. Make sure no one's duplicating posts, one person per problem, okay? Uh, then we're gonna move on to our homework 2. Okay, so homework 2 just covers 1.3 and 2.1. These are out of the textbook. And remember, these are odd number problems, so you can always check your solution in the back of the book. All right, so 1.3, we have four questions. 2.1, we have five questions. And then I also provided the slope field application links here, GeoGebra, Desmos. So make sure to use one of them or both of them, whichever you feel more comfortable with. I always like GeoGebra better. I feel like it's more designed towards the slope field, but whatever you feel comfortable with. Use these for the homework. I suggest printing out or screenshotting the direction fields. If you don't have a tablet, print it out, draw the draw the slope field. Okay. If I just see like regular graphs without a slope field, it's not going to get any points. It's a slope field. It's not just like drawing a graph. Okay. Use technology to your advantage. Okay. That's what it's there for. If you got a tablet, just screenshot it and then just draw the curve and submit it like that. Okay. Okay, so this would be due uh, February 12th, but remember we have a 3-day, 72-hour window, so get it in between there, okay? And so we have our first quiz after that, quiz 2.1. This is just it's a time quiz, okay? There's directions on it. So, you know, short quiz for section 2.1, just about slope fields, direction fields. It's a time quiz. You have an hour to complete it, but it definitely won't take you that long. This is just some buffer time. It is a timer though, so once the timer's done, then it's done. Okay, once it starts, you got to finish it. Pull up the GeoGebra Desmos links, use it. You'll have one attempt per question, but you could have like three versions of a question. So if you get the question wrong in the first time, you can try it again. Wrong in the second time, try it again. Wrong in the third time, try it again. But after that third time, um, there's no more attempts, okay? But let me know if you have any questions. This will be due Sunday night by the 8th, I believe, February 8th. So, you have until that Sunday to do it. No late passes. Once Sunday, then it's Sunday, okay? So make sure to get that done. Here's our week two discussion board. Post anything you want. It's a safe space. Any questions, any concerns. Doesn't have to be like a question from a homework. Just like, hey, like any questions that might help you at all, okay? Oops. And so, here we get to the meat of our content, 1.3 and 2.1. So for each of these, just a learning objective. So for 1.3, our learning objectives that we're going to learn. Here's a lecture videos for this section. Lecture videos, I also post the notes again. They're on Canvas as well in the down below, but here's the notes and then the lecture videos for the notes that I'm working off of, okay? Uh, and then just some additional resources of, just some differential equations and math model, just a resource if you want to learn that. And then that's basically the idea of it. So we have the same setup for section 2.1, just lecture videos and then additional resource videos and then notes. And I also have like the slope field links here as well, like GeoGebra, slope field. You could play around with this and then the Desmos slope field. But that is pretty much it for this week. Okay, so we're still taking it a little light in terms of content. Just want to make sure everyone's, the first couple weeks, people are adding, people are dropping. I want to make sure everyone's starting on the right foot, especially an online class. So we're taking it a little slow, and then we'll start picking it up pretty soon. Okay, but make sure you get all these done. Watch the videos, complete all the assignments, and this will help set us up into chapter 2 next week, where we're going to be able to learn a couple methods to solving differential equations. Okay, analytically. Okay, that means like methods, separation of variables, in case you guys are familiar with that from Calculus 2. But that's pretty much it for this week. Let me know if you have any questions for week 2. I'll be sending out announcements again, like, whenever something's due a day. But if not, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, take care.